meditation naturally eliminates stress. We gain greater well-being in our body. Meditation brings a lot of youthfulness. When you are practicing, naturally notice that there is more youthfulness to the body and mind.
I can just say that I have greatest gratitude towards what I found. It's kind of like this is what I was looking for, and this is what I need for my evolution, I believe.
I'm into a field which is insurance industry, wherein you don't get results every day, and it's a very long drawn process, and which creates a lot of stress. By doing meditation, the stress level became zero.
Sleeping disorder disappeared. Actually, 1 year I was not able to sleep. Only when I came to this meditation, I slept well. My rheumatoid arthritis was very high. Even that was recovered. Then spondylitis. I was doing my meditation. Even that was disappeared.
Regularity and consistent meditation is my strength. Chandrasa's manifestation technique worked out well with me. In my lower L3, L4, I was having an issue. It's completely been cured with the regular meditation.
The way you have explained to help us go back, and your sentence that, the quantum field is willing to give you everything if you're willing to go there. It is that place which has all the things you can, unimaginable things waiting for you. And I had to remind myself, because my over-analytical mind, and unknowingly, in last 10-15 years, I think I have got a big ego now. And it was so beautiful to see it in work and say, enough of you. So sincere gratitude.
Usually I feel like emptiness is like dark always, but today it was light, and like I felt my body was expanding. It was like totally bliss state.
The biggest thing I learned was like liberation. I felt anew again, my whole body, I'm ready for a new day with empty cup, basic. And main thing is, if we want to be happy, we can be happy. That's what I'm learning. It sounds simple, but it's not easy. And I have learned that.
He said, I want to convert Andhra Pradesh. Then he took it to other states also. He wanted to create Dhyana Bharat. Then he said his vision is to make it Dhyana Jagath. He says everyone on the planet should follow the meditation. Then only you can bring about peace, harmony.
He has been the ambassador of meditation. He has touched every soul. Whenever he spoke to the souls of everybody. We are so grateful for his all wisdom that he has given to us.
I am very fortunate enough for not only meeting Patriji, but also be nurtured by his great love and wisdom. He showed me the ray of light by his great teachings. He not only mentored me, but also showered his positivity, which changed my outlook for life.
Very good morning, my dear friends and master, and very good afternoon, good evening to the West. So, we are on the third, going to enter into the third week of our meditation very soon, that is tomorrow onwards. So, we have completed 2 weeks of 40 days meditation, and we have started with what is meditation. Chandra sir explained about what is meditation, what are the benefits of meditation, and also the second week where it started about, we have understood how meditation helps the mental well-being, how it impacts the health, and what are the benefits that we do get through the meditation. We also learned about what are the chemicals that has been, whether it is endorphin, serotonin, all these chemicals, feel-good chemicals, and then mood, or everything that we learned, right? That is the power of meditation. For someone who doesn't really know, okay, after meditation, I feel peace. Now I could able to bear the pain much more than my earlier. And to also, when I had even a small challenge in my finger, there is, and my family and everyone told, oh, okay, I think it will pain you a lot for whatever I'm right now having it in my finger. So, but then I did not have any such kind pain of that, any pain, even though it is a small challenge was there in my finger. So that's how it is. The reason is the meditation brings out those chemicals, and that chemicals will help us in our day-to-day life. The true benefit, many actually we are telling, okay, I'm not getting emptiness, I'm not getting this and that. The true benefit that you have to see from the meditation is how do your day-to-day life is before and after. That is what we have to talk, see. So do you find some changes in your day-to-day life? Even a small also. For someone, it will be drastic changes. For someone, it will be small changes. But there will be some changes. The meditation will keep working on at the back end. It knows what to change and then what not to change. I mean, what will be the priority, right? One of the example is when there was a meditation for healing. It is a 3-hour meditation where in one of the sessions, Chandra sir asked, you can actually just relax yourself and think about in your body and which part of the body you want to heal. And somewhere I believed, okay, let me actually, take up with this part of the body, say my hand or like that. But during the meditation, automatically, it shifted to my back pain, and even I did not have any back pain, but automatically it went and then and had that healing. I felt that somebody did like a kind of surgery or something like that, and I felt a sharp pain. And after that, during the meditation, and after that, I felt something relieved. So the lesson here is, even we think that, okay, I'm not getting out of this. My illness is not going out. I understand how the meditation is helping my illness. I know everything, it will go away, but still it is not going. The meditation will definitely work on it, where the priority is needed, right? If the priority is needed, for example, if the skin cells needs to be improved, immediately that body knows that the skin cell is actually more priority than the cells in the leg or hand. Then automatically the mind will work towards that and everything in collaboration to get that, done. That is one thing. And today we will see little about the law of cause and effect. We all know that, right? Predominantly majority who already into this session, the law of cause and effect, or which is also called as law of karma. We all here to learn some karmic lessons, right? Most of the time, the law of karma is taken in a negative way. And after meditation, at least we know that, yes, this law of karma is actually, we don't actually see from that perspective. You remember that Eightfold Path, right views, right? Right perspective is very, very important, right? What is the view that we are getting? And the law of karma is, or law of cause and effect is, so we all know what you do, you reap. As you sow, so you reap, right? So when whatever the illness that we are getting or whatever we are undergoing, so everything, there is some sort of the lessons we have to learn. So initially, the illness is actually, we know that, all illnesses or, majority of illnesses is psychosomatic, right? Or psyche. So this psyche we are getting, improved after meditation. And then even if psyche is improved, the soma also has to be improved. Okay. And the illnesses first shows up in the mind. First, it shows up in the mind, and gradually it enters into the body. We treat the body, but then we leave that mind open. And what happens is, for somewhere the leakage in the building, you seal the pipe, the leakage, but the pressure somewhere it has to, again, that leakage will, it will, will be there. So the thing is, if you try to heal something physically in my hand or something, but that particular, without, understanding why it is and what it is behind, and then on the reason, if you try to just heal physically, what happens is, okay, it may temporarily it seems that it went away, but then it will show up somewhere in the, some part of the body again. That's what, you could see that, okay, I believe that, I got healed from this particular disease, but it shows up after 5 months, the same thing. One personal, my example is, I had a kidney stone. Yes, I could able to remove that. I could able to move out of that through meditation, through manifestation as well. Yes, I visualized, I stopped taking after few, close to a year, I could stop that. I felt that deep inside, I don't need a medication. It can come out automatically. Yes, that's how it is. I could able to bear the pain also. I could able to come out easily, and that doesn't really affected the pain and everything. Did not affect my day-to-day work. It just, whenever I get that, and I go meditation also. And there are times wherein I just do for 5 days, intense little bit, and then that I just visualize that the stone comes out automatically. It came. But then Chandra sir asked this one time, okay, why it's coming again? You are fine, you are healing, but then you have to permanently heal it. So you have to understand what it is behind. So when I actually see that, okay, there are a lot of lumps of anger. So that lumps of anger has to be dissolved, right? Unless it is not dissolved, then physically it gets into that, this way. So then more and more meditation, when you do, you understand, you let it go of these emotions out. You let it go of these emotions. There is, if you read the book called You Can Heal Your Life by Louis Hay, it's a wonderful book, Louis Hay. Initially, I underestimated the book. What is this particular woman is going to talk about? Okay. But after reading the book, she seemed, she's an angel to me. Law of cause and effect. For every illness, there is some lesson we have to learn. There is some healing. So we may not know what is the lesson we need to know. We don't know what is the, sometimes we know the effect, but the cause is, we don't know, right? The cause we don't know. So what we need to do, personally, I experienced that. I know there is some effect, I'm having some challenge, but what is the cause? What is the lesson I need to learn from the situation? Why I attracted this situation? So every situation, everything is actually the cause and effect, whether it is positive, whether it is negative, whatever we call it as, right? We categorize it as positive or negative. If you categorize it, even the negative as it is an opportunity, it is up to you. Okay. If you do not able to know about the lesson, if you use the mind to know about what is the lesson, then you will not be able to get it. What is the lesson I need to learn from the situation? What is the lesson I need to, from this illness? Is that what is the challenge that I'm undergoing? Okay, I think I need to learn this. I need to, dissolve this kind of things. So these insights come through the meditation. Okay, these insights come through the meditation also, or these insights, come through when you do more and more meditation, when you empty the mind. Okay, because all these illnesses, the soul has actually, the consciousness needs to learn, right? Your individual consciousness needs to learn. So this particular information, when you drop the mind, you know it. So for example, if I ask you, when you feel angry, when do you feel angry, right? You know it. When you feel angry, you know it, right? You don't need to actually use your mind. Okay, when I feel angry, okay, now whether I'm feeling angry or not, okay. The moment you feel angry, you know it. That's how it is. The moment you just drop the mind, you know that, okay, this is a lesson. You just put the question, you put a question mark. What is the lesson I need to know? One such an example I mentioned is, I learned one of the lesson called expectations, over expectations, and in fact, expectations and over expectations both. So when my wife was serving a food actually, and she could not able to do it on one of the days, okay, I had that expectation, and that expectation is actually created anger, but I did not show up. The moment I realized that I am having anger, I was just holding on myself. Okay, why I attracted this situation? What is the lesson I need to learn from this? I just dropped that question and then put that. And couple of days when I was just cleaning the my bookshelf and then reading, and it is just normal books and like a few books, very like story books, children's story books. One of the book title is something I felt this is telling me that in answer to me, something, my intuition, because your intuition will develop through the meditation, right? And this intuition told me that, okay, this is a book, the title is, the story of the book is Too Much Expectations. Okay. So when you learn this, okay, I think too much expectations, then I was just thinking, oh, too much expectations. Okay, this is a lesson I learned. Then the moment I learned this, I dropped that. I don't, have that expectations anymore. Okay. That is one very important lesson. So the lesson learned is, and even in the cause and effect is, every illness is psychosomatic, and there is something we need to learn. There is something that, we did something, or, for some reason, even maybe either in the past or, that karmic, that effect is what right now we are going through. That is one thing. That understanding we have to get it, right? But it's not be like victim conscious, like, okay, always, I'm okay, everything has happened for me, I did something, that's what it is. So you should not go into that kind of mode also. We have to have that understanding. Yes, something I have done. Yeah, so that is how majority that even before meditation also. Yeah, something there is a past or something I did. That is what it is. When you do more and more meditation, what is the lesson we need to learn. What is the lesson? What is the soul lesson? What is that lesson you need to learn from that? And the moment you learn, then you go out of that. For example, how do you go from the 4th standard to 5th standard? So the moment you learn that, you complete all the subjects in the 4th standard, and then there will be some examinations, tests. There will be some situations come into that, and you need to pause that situations. The moment you fail that situations at the test, and life will throw every situation for that. Every minute, every moment, there will be some kind of challenges, situations. How you see it, that's how your maturity level, right? If you perceive it as, it is something bad, okay, they are blaming. If you do that, if you put a blame on others, I think still there is some lesson you need to learn, right? The moment you learn the lesson, you complete that, then you need to you move to the next level, right? That's how it is. And for someone, it will be the lesson. If you, the book called The Lessons Learned by Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, wonderful book. There will be, she deals with the dying patients at the end, like how they feel, and then what they, what kind of lessons they learned, and then learning, or they're willing to learn during that point in time. She records everything, wonderful case studies. Lesson on patience, lesson on anger, lesson on relationship, lesson on love, lesson on many, many lessons. And every person will go through a lot many lessons, right? One thing. And these illnesses, these illnesses, whatever, right? And I'm sure as a meditator, you can actually type in the chat box, after coming to meditation, how you are pain withstanding level has increased. How you feel that, you don't care much about it was something you got hurt somewhere. You small scratches or something you don't hurt, you don't bother about. Before meditation, you would have, something is happening, or how would I'll be writing next day, or how I'll be typing in my computer, how I'll be performing my task. There will be some worriness. The worriness is removed. Thinking, feeling loop is actually broken with meditation. You don't actually fall into the thinking. The thinking creates a feeling, the same feeling, and that feeling creates the same thoughts, right? That actually broken. The moment you broke all these things, and then you just, it's just there, that's it. It's just there. Of course, after meditation, it's not that the meditation is actually, it is the meditation heals everything completely, and then you feel, in one day, in the next day, you don't have any illness. Of course, you will have some challenges. Of course, you have some challenges. Yeah, for example, I have some challenges. I have some challenge in my thumb but it did not bother me about in continuing my work or continuing my other things, whatever maybe. It did not bother me at all. So that's how it is. That's a meditation. And I understand, right? My thoughts create reality. Somewhere, something, the cause is there. Sometimes we don't understand the cause. That's okay. You don't need to hit on in the wall that what is the cause, why it happened. And if something you want to know, you will know it. That's for sure. One thing. Put a question mark, you will know that. Okay. If something has to be known. If something you don't know, that's okay. And not too much analysis. Even I undergone through that. I got a back pain. And I got a back pain then, there was a time where I wanted to do the prana session. Prana session. That is an opportunity. I could not able to sit for 10 minutes also. How I will be doing the prana session? That was a challenge. And there was a slightest doubt due to the environment factor also, because environment, when you read the book called You Are the Placebo, you understand how the environment is also the factor. You have to elevate yourself beyond your environment. That's how the healing also happens, right? You have to elevate yourself beyond the environment, overcome the environment. That is a chapter called Overcome Your Environment in the book, You Are the Placebo. The environment, because it is just reminds that, hey, you are you in the past. It constantly reminds of your past. It constantly reminds that, yes, Ratnavali had this challenge. Ratnavali had this challenge. Like that, someone or other, your friends or your relative, someone, you will keep reminding that, oh, how was that? How was that? The moment you, keep telling, you are strengthening that old neurons, and that is keep on, your they will tell that, hey, how was your say for a XYZ illness, what happened? If 2-3 people ask that, what happens? After some time they would have asked and then left. At the end of the day, you will be sometimes thinking that mind will, okay, oh, that was his chair. Okay, I think am I still having that? So that inner talk will resume, right? When you do more and more meditation, you consciously, you just put a gate. Okay, I think whatever they ask, that's okay, fine. You put a gate on there. And understand that everyone is right on their level. You don't need to judge others also. Everyone is right on their level. Everyone is right on their level. The moment they will understand, they will know that what it is. Okay, the moment they understand, they know that. So, all illnesses, everything is actually from the psychosomatic. When when the psyche is getting better, and then someone has to get better, right? Your body has become the subconscious mind. I want to get up at 5 o'clock, but my body is not responding, right? My body is not responding. So my body is not responding. How I need to more and more practice, and then with more affirmations, more affirmations, that all things will help, I think, with the meditation, and more emptiness. When you drop the mind, right, with more and more meditation, then automatically you get into the, you empty the mind. You know what it is. You break the loop, thinking, feeling loop. You elevate yourself, your energy increase, and it is really hard to change the matter with the matter. It is really hard. It takes more and more time to change the matter with the matter. But it is very easy to heal or with the energy, right? With energy, it is very easy. So with that being said, we'll get into meditation, and Sunday being the long meditation, empty yourself. Personally, when I had there should not be not even a single doubt, slightest doubt also we should not have. That is very important. My experience, and when I had a back pain, when my environment also told, okay, hey, something is there in your bone or something, you would have to need to go and check the doctor. Then what I did, I went, still that small doubt zoomed a little bit more and went to a doctor. And somehow, the doctor said that, of course, they are doing their own thing, right? Practices. So, and okay, you should not sit, you should not bend like this, you should not you should wear your socks and shoes in the bed. Likewise. Then after coming out, I felt, okay, I don't need to have anything for some reason. Then still in my mind, there was a question, okay, do I need to do something more specifically to get out of this, right? This was one of the things. And what I did is, suddenly this message came when I was posting in Prana session, right? And suddenly this message especially from Patriji. The intuition, I was searching some quote and something to post in the Prana, right? To share about in that quote in the Prana. But that quote was the answer to my question. What was the quote? More emptiness, fasting, silence. These are your medications for you. Okay, this was the answer to me as well. Actually, I was looking out to share I put the question and then I left it. And then I wanted to share some quote in the Prana session. And this quote actually came to me, right? When I felt strongly. Then I strongly believed that, and then followed for a week. Sorry, I was just contemplating whether I will be able to do the fasting for at least one time. Am I able to do it? Because I never did a fasting or something like that. Then at the end of the week, I put because before taking decision, think multiple times whether you will be able to do it. When the moment you take the decision, you should move forward. You should not able to think again. You should not be like 2 steps forward, 3 steps backward, right? You have to think multiple times. Am I able to attend this 40 days? Am I committed or not? The moment you take that, there should not be any, you should not look back. Am I actually able to want to do the Agana Dhyana 5 days, 3 hours meditation? The moment you put your decision, you put intention, commitment. Commitment is very, very important. Sincerity and seriousness. I heard this from Patriji. I heard this from Shanes Daga. I heard this from Chandra Sir as well. I've heard from multiple masters. Sincerity and seriousness is very, very important. So you have to be sincere. You have to be very serious, right? The sincerity and seriousness, I was just one week, I was just contemplating, am I able to do it or not, like that questioning. Okay, at the end, whatever maybe I'll let me do it. And after doing that, I felt that, I don't know where this back pain went. That's how it is. And again, after a couple, I think 1 month, I believe so, it came up again, right? So the thing is, again, multiple and too much analysis also not required. This is what I learned again after that. I just dropped it. More meditation. I started following that. More meditation, more emptiness. And automatically what happened is, and I did not have any such like that. And so that was my personal experience as well. So the lesson learned is more meditation and be with silence, more silence. Practice some silence as well. Start practicing the silence. And have the food, like sattvic food or vegetarian-based food, right? Have that, and I'm sure you will be easily come out of everything, of the illness. So let's get into meditation now and relax yourself. The meditation that we are going to do is Ana-Pana-Sati meditation. For those who have joined new, the posture is very simple, as shown in the screen. You can sit in chair or sofa. You can close your eyes, first one. Second one is fingers into fingers, clasp your fingers into fingers, cross your feet at the ankle. Comfortable is the key. You have to be just comfort. When you are comfort, you will be able to easily focus the breath. When you are not comfortable, then you will not be able to focus on the breath, right? Observe your natural, normal breath. Whenever the thoughts come, that's okay. That's absolutely fine. Our focus is not about thoughts. Our focus is not about, what kind of thoughts it's coming. Our focus is whenever thought comes, whether are we actually, observing our breath or not. Observe your breath, natural breath, you're getting automatically into emptiness. Don't expect that emptiness will come. Just observe the breath. Automatically the process will take you, right? Let's get into meditation. At the end of this meditation, just put your hands over your eyes for 5 seconds, just rotating the energy back to the body. Okay. And before we are doing this meditation, we are doing a process called heart elevation. Put one hand or two hands on your chest area and relax yourself with a slow and deep breath. And then just recall your happy moments in your life and feel the heartbeat. Feel the heartbeat. Recall that whatever the happy moments are, whatever the moments of happiness, appreciate, somebody appreciated you, you spent some time with your loved ones, your kids or your family or with your classmates, whatever, right? Whatever. Recall that experience, that one experience which you feel so happy. Recall that, live that experience again. And then slowly getting to the breath mindfulness process. Relax yourself, my dear friends. Relax yourself. If possible, you can turn off your lights, darken your room. That helps into deep meditation as well. Relax your room.
Dear friends, dear masters, with your eyes closed, keep your hands on your chest area. Rest your attention on your breath and on your sacred heart. Take a slow, long, relaxing breath. Can you feel your beautiful heart? Breathe more of that slow, long, relaxing breath and feel the seat of all emotions. Breathe into your heart center and feel your beautiful heart, which is nurturing all life with its love energy, with its gratitude energy. With a greater love for life, with a greater passion for life. I want you to feel your heart center. Your primary connection into this universe, into this quantum field for experiencing life. Can you fill up your heart center with heightened emotions of love, gratitude, compassion, come on, feel that experience, feel that emotions of love, gratitude, kindness, compassion, appreciation, or whatever, but feel it. As you are experiencing that greater oneness, I want you to slowly go into breath mindfulness meditation. Dear friends, with your fingers into fingers, rest your hands comfortably in your lap. And observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. In this meditation, with our eyes closed, fingers into fingers, we observe our normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath for the whole duration. Be with your breath. Become one with that in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. Our goal is to empty the mind. Our goal is to merge into that greater emptiness, that quantum energy field. When we observe our breath, our mind becomes empty. Your breath. Become one with that in-breath and the out-breath, and allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. As your mind is empty, as you are merging into your breath, become aware of that emptiness inside of you, all around you. Allow yourself to go deep into the infinite depth of this emptiness, where there's no body, where there's no thing, in no place and no time. yourself distracted or thinking, gently go back to observing your breath and slowly find that emptiness all around. All emptiness is energy. This is the quantum energy field with unlimited possibilities and opportunities. Allow yourself to stay connected to the abundance of energies in this field. Allow yourself to go deeper into the infinite depth of this emptiness inside you, all around you. Become aware of that emptiness on your left side, spreading into infinity. Observe that infinite depth of that emptiness on your right side, spreading far and wide. That's energy. This is that quantum field with unlimited opportunities. This is the field of all creation. The longer we stay in this field, dear friends, the more we access that unlimited power of this field. stay aware of the emptiness of no body, no thing, and allow yourself to stay connected to the abundance of healing energy, mystical energy, empowerment energy, freedom energy, creative energy, or whatever that you can become aware of. Everything you have ever experienced or will experience is here in this field as energy. The longer you stay connected as no body, as no thing, the more we receive these experiences into our physicality. Remember, we are less matter, more energy. Allow yourself to stay away from your body. And experience this greater emptiness, your divine self, as no body, as no thing. Feel as deeply